Is this going to lead to a grand bargain, do you think? Or is this going to go right to a shutdown?
I'm not sure if this will lead to a shutdown. I don't think the Republican Party has the courage to shut down the government, because in order for a shutdown to work, you have to leave it shut down for a long enough time for people to forget about it. Like, you can't. I think in the 90s they shut it down for like 19 days, and basically they got hit over the head the entire 19 days. But in my opinion, if you left the government shut down for like a couple months, people wouldn't even notice. Like, after a while, people would just forget about it. So they would have to go all in. Now, as for their list of demands, I mean, I would make a ridiculous list of demands too, but I wouldn't expect to get everything. I think that they have some more reasonable suggestions and some less reasonable suggestions. Like, the Rains Act seems fine to me. If there's I don't agree
If,
that
I'll disagree on the Rains Act point just because we have such a dysfunctional Congress. We can't get anything done. What makes you think that we could appropriate anything? When you have, the Tea Party, of course, that wants to burn government down, they're going to just not approve anything.
Yeah, but the way I feel is that a lot of regulations that are created by the executive branch are laws. They're treated like laws, and laws should come from the Congress. So,
I'll
I
agree with
mean,
that point, yeah.
and I don't think the Congress has the power to delegate their power of lawmaking to the executive. So I do think there should be some kind of check on that power. But I don't think they're going to get that. I don't think that's their top priority anyway. But there was something else in there that I thought was actually a pretty sound idea. But like I said, their list of demands, it's ridiculous. But like, when you're negotiating, and this is a note to Obama, you put what you more than you want as your demands, and you negotiate from there. You don't start in the middle. So I think I don't think we're gonna go to a shutdown. I think they're gonna eventually fund it. I think they're gonna look stupid if they try and go to war for the healthcare law, because it's called Obamacare. It's not gonna go down. Like, you could go after specific provisions, but I don't think that's gonna work. And the other thing, and I remember the other thing that I actually agree with in principle, is the Consumer Protection Agency. I don't think that it should be funded directly by the Federal Reserve. I think all appropriation should come from the Congress. So, I mean, I know they're going to try and defund it, and the whole reason that they want it to be in the Congress is so that they can take away its funding. But in reality, it should come from the Congress, like, from just a legal standpoint. So I think those demands are more reasonable, but I don't know how much, if any, that they're going to get. But they're going to get something.
Once again, I want to make the point that if we had a Congress that wasn't half nuts and that could actually get together, like in sort of the old days, and actually get together and make laws and actually do something, then some of those things wouldn't be so bad, Sean. But right now, it's fucking crazy up in there.
Right. If we were living in an absolutely idealized, perfect world where everything is fully functioning, then, we'd be having a different conversation. And, that would be, the ideal world. There wouldn't be poverty. I mean, what the hell? So, we have to deal with what is. And I think that they're just, frankly, at this point, we'd probably be better off if we went to a shutdown, because it would make the Republicans look really horrible, in my opinion. And it wouldn't last long, I don't think. And in the end, I think Republicans would end up having to give in more than they're willing to do now, which is not at all. And they're beating a dead horse with this Obamacare thing, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. And most of the country is just fed up with it at this point.
See, I actually agree. If they go to a shutdown, the shutdown will be over so quickly that they're going to look bad. Like, if you're going to go to war, you have to go to war and intend on winning. All right? And like, in the last time, they shut down the government and they gave in almost immediately. And like, you can't do that. Like, if you're going to do a shutdown, you have to commit to the shutdown until you get something significant back in return. And the idea that the Congress and the Senate aren't really designed to work together. Like, they're designed to have friction and for the process to be slow. That's how our Constitution is written. So the fact that there's obstruction or whatever you want to call it, I mean, that's just, to me, it's part of the system. So, like,
But
you can't transfer power to the executive just to prevent obstruction.
Well, that's true, but remember, Americans actually, want to get stuff done. So we have to keep that in mind.